Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over the MLB games scheduled for Tuesday, August 26, 2025. Now, if you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Put those baseball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, including my daily rundown best bet in Major League Baseball, as well as my college football and NFL dual season pass, which gets you every single premium play I release in those two sports in the regular season throughout the postseason. You can find those at the Premium Picks tab at Pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Tuesday, Major League Baseball. First up, we've got the Red Sox and the Orioles. We've got Lucas Giolito for Boston, but no official starter right now for the O's. Overall this season, Lucas Giolito has been one of the more profitable pitchers in baseball. The Red Sox are 3-1 in its starts in August. They were 4-1 in its starts in July. 4-1 again in the month of June, 3-2 in May, and then they lost his only start in April. But he has been, like I said, he's been able to keep the Red Sox in games. Even when he struggles, the Red Sox have been able to back him up, like his last start against the Yankees. So it's tough to go against him in this spot, even on the road. I think Boston, we'll see who the official starter is for the O's, but this is not a great bullpen after the deadline. I think the Red Sox should be able to score some runs early and often, and Lucas Giolito, he already faced these Orioles earlier in the season, 7 scoreless innings with 6 strikeouts to go with it. I got to roll with the Red Sox in this one on the money line. Next up, we've got the Braves and the Marlins. We've got Hurston Waldrop and Sandy Alcantara as the starters. And both of these starting pitchers pitched on August 9th against the opposition, but in different games. It was a doubleheader. And Waldrop, in the 7-1 Braves victory, went 6 innings of 1-run ball, 6 strikeouts. He's been outstanding in his first 4 games at the Major League level. 24 2/3, 24 strikeouts, just 2 earned runs given up, no home runs. Maybe not sustainable to keep a sub-1 ERA, but great stuff at the beginning of his Major League career. On the other side, Alcantara, in that other doubleheader game, went 5 innings, 5 runs, 2 home runs against the Braves in an 8-6 loss. So that was, and the Braves had a big series in that series. And Sandy doesn't have the best numbers against his current Braves lineup. So while he's been better as of late, his last 2 games definitely bounced back outings. I can't trust him in this spot, especially with how well Waldrop has been. So give me the Braves in this one on the money line. Next up, we've got the Rays and the Guardians. We've got Shane Baz and Parker Messick as the projected starters. Now, we talked about Shane Baz on Monday. We thought he was originally going to go Monday, but he's moved to Tuesday. I still like the matchup for him. I think it's a buy low spot for Tampa Bay. I think Baz can really be an ace-level starter in this rotation one day. This year, the home run balls really hurt him. The control's been bad. His strikeout numbers are still there. The 143 strikeouts, 138 innings. I think he puts together a good outing against a not-so-powerful Guardians lineup, especially on the road where he's been a lot better this season. He's got an ERA above 7 at Steinbrenner, but an ERA in the mid-3s on the road. And Parker Messick, he pitched pretty well in his Major League debut. 6 2/3, 6 strikeouts, just a 1 run given up, but a walk and 7 base hits. A lot of base runners in that game. I don't think Tampa Bay has a huge day offensively, but I think they do enough here against Messick to get the win in a low-scoring game. I like the under in this one. I also like the Rays on the money line. Next up, we've got the Washington Nationals and the New York Yankees. We've got Luis Gil and Mackenzie Gore as the projected starters. Now, Mackenzie Gore's been very inconsistent as of late. We saw a couple of really good outings at the middle of August against the Giants and Phillies, but then in his most recent outing against the Mets, we saw 2 home runs, 4 walks given up, just 4 1/3 innings. And the Nationals were able to back him up in that game, but I don't think that's going to be the case in this one. The Yankees have crushed left-handed pitching in the month of August. High walk rate, 2nd in team OPS, 2nd in isolated power. They are crushing lefties. And Luis Gil has pitched a lot better since his season debut. Now, his control was an issue in his last game against the Red Sox. 5 walks given up. It's been a problem to start the year overall, but I think Gil can go 5 strong innings, and that should be enough for a Yankees win and run line cover. I think the Yankees do a lot of damage early. Give me the Yanks in this one on the run line. Next up, we've got the Minnesota Twins taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. We've got Bailey Ober and Chris Bassett as the starters. Now, overall in his career, Bailey Ober's got great numbers against this current Blue Jays lineup, but 2025 has not been like the other years of Bailey Ober's Major League career, and he's really struggled in 2025 overall, and the Twins have really done poorly in his games. They've lost a combined 11 starts in a row for Ober going back to the end of May 25th. And, in August so far, 22 innings, 10 earned runs, so an ERA just above 4, but still all 4 losses for the Twins against the Guardians, Royals, Tigers, and A's. Not necessarily the best group of teams other than Detroit. And the Blue Jays have been one of the best lineups in baseball consistently against right-handed pitching. So they were able to get to Ober for 5 earned runs back on June 6th, give 2 home runs to go with it. I think they'll be able to score 4 or 5 runs off of Ober here and add a couple on the Twins bullpen. But then you got Chris Bass on the other side, who's been inconsistent in 2025. He has bad numbers against his current Twins lineup. He's been better at Rogers Center, but I think he can give up a few runs as well to get us over the total in Twins Blue Jays. Next up, we've got the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the New York Mets. We've got Jesus Luzardo and Sean Manaea as the starters. Now, when you look at these, obviously 2 lefties on the mound in this game, and you look at these 2 offenses in August, the Mets have the superior numbers against left-handed pitching, but I think Luzardo is a much more trustworthy option to start this game. Sean Manaea has given up 4+ runs in 4 straight games. The Mets have lost all 5 of his last 5 starts, and I think that, look at Luzardo, while it's kind of been an up and down season for him, as of late, he's been excellent. 3 runs or fewer in 5 straight games. All those were quality starts. Phillies are 4-1 in those starts. Good strikeout stuff. He had 12 Ks in his most recent outing against the Mariners. And also, he's been better on the road this season with a 3.3 ERA. I got to roll the Phillies in this game. I think they have a good enough offense against Manaea. Strong bullpen, a great starting pitching option. Give me Philadelphia. Next up, we've got the Diamondbacks and the Brewers. We've got Jacob Misiorowski and Brandon Pfaadt as the starters. We've talked about how the Brewers in the last 5 days or so not really playing their sharpest baseball. That's the case for Jacob Misiorowski in his last couple of games. He's given up in 5 1/3 innings a combined 8 earned runs, 6 walks to go with it. Strikeout numbers have been there, but the control's been an issue, and it doesn't get any easier here. I know he's pitching at home where he's been a lot better on the season, but the Diamondbacks are top 10 in isolated power and team OPS against righties in the month of August. And on the other side, you got Brandon Pfaadt, who is struggling overall in 2025 and has not been great on the road, but he's got great numbers against his current Brewers lineup, a 44% strikeout rate, a 219 expected slugging percentage, and a 182 expected batting average. He's been better as of late, and the Diamondbacks have won 3 of his last 4 starts. I'm going to roll Arizona plus the 1.5 runs in this one on the road. Next up, we've got the Royals and the White Sox. We've got Michael Lorenzen and Martin Perez as the starters. At first, I was tempted to just go with the White Sox team total over because I really like their matchup against Lorenzen the second time around in about 10 days or so. And I mentioned in that game, Lorenzen, 4 innings, no runs, looked like a great outing on paper, but he was in trouble in most of those innings. The White Sox had runners on. They just weren't able to find the big hit. They struggled with runners in scoring position. This time around with Lorenzen on the road, where he's got an ERA above 5, I think the White Sox get to him early and often. But I also think the White Sox win this game because I think Perez is a good option for Chicago. He's been pitching really well since returning from injury. He's got good numbers against his current Royals lineup. I'm going to roll with the White Sox on the money line and also like Chicago team total over. Next up, we've got the Pirates and the Cardinals. We've got Mitch Keller and Andre Pallante as the starters. Again, we thought that Keller was going to go on Monday. He's moved to Tuesday. I still think it's a decent matchup for him on paper. I think he could put together a quality start as he's pitched really well against St. Louis in 2025. He's faced them 3 different times, and in a combined 20 1/3 innings, a 1.33 ERA with 19 strikeouts to go with it, no home runs given up from Mitch Keller. Now, Andre Pallante faced the Pirates earlier in the season, had a really good outing, and on paper it's not a bad matchup because Pittsburgh has one of the highest ground ball rates in Major League Baseball, and that bodes well for a ground ball specialist like Pallante, but he also faced a ground ball heavy team in the Marlins in his last game and gave up 5 earned runs and 8 base hits. So Pallante, when you don't really have that strikeout stuff to get you out of trouble and you have issues with the walks as well throughout your career, 47 walks in 134 innings, it's tough to trust him in this spot, even against the Pirates. So I'm going to roll with the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line on the road. Next up, we've got the Angels and the Rangers. We've got Yusei Kikuchi and Patrick Corbin as the starters. Unfortunately, Patrick Corbin is in full-fledged regression mode right now as he has given up a ton of earned runs in very short outings recently. 11 earned his last 2 games combined, which only went 6 innings, 15 base hits, and I think he's in trouble in this game. And I also think that the Rangers, though, can get to Kikuchi, who's not been the best on the road this season with an ERA just below 5. I know the Rangers have not been great against lefties this year, but they are improving the last couple of games, and we've seen them actually put together pretty good numbers against Kikuchi in the past. And his career numbers against the current Rangers lineup, Kikuchi has a good strikeout rate, but a 487 expected slugging percentage. Don't love this Angels bullpen to go with it, so I'm going to roll the over in Angels-Rangers. Next up, we've got the Rockies and the Astros. We've got Tanner Gordon and Hunter Brown as the starters. You guys know I'm not afraid to take a bad team in a situation where I think the spot and the price is right. but this is not one of those spots. And we talked about it on the morning show on Sunday. I was adamant that I like the Pirates, even at minus 300, 350. I thought that line should have been minus 550. I mean, it was a situation where you've got pretty much a minor league pitching staff up against the Pirates, who've been good at home this season offensively. You're facing who I believe is the best starting pitcher in baseball, Paul Skeens. And while the Rockies' offense has been okay in the last couple of weeks, it's still on the road where they've not been anywhere near as strong as when they're at Coors Field. So I thought the Pirates should have been even bigger favorites in that game. And this is a situation where, the Astros are steep favorites, but you've got Hunter Brown, one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's got great numbers against this Rockies lineup. He's in great form overall. And Tanner Gordon, while he's been a lot better recently, he's been a lot better at Coors Field, believe it or not. He's got an ERA above 13 on the road this season. So this is a no-bet type of game. This is just, there's no value in a game like this, unlike that Pirates game where I did think there was some value. But this is a spot where it's a pass, but if I had to lean, it would be Houston laying the 2.5 runs. Next up, we've got the Padres and the Mariners. We've got Dylan Cease and Luis Castillo as the starters. Now, I've talked about my concerns with Luis Castillo, and we're really seeing that as of late. He's given up a lot of base runners, a lot of earned runs. I mean, 19 base hits his last 8 innings of work. Just a ton of base runners and a couple of walks to go with it. 4 home runs as well. A lot of sharp contact, extra base hits. I can't trust him in the spot. I mean, I think Dylan Cease, even though he wasn't his best in his last game, has overall been trending in the right direction. San Diego's won 4 of his last 5 starts. He's faced some tough lineups, and I think the Padres are the better bullpen to go with it. So give me San Diego in this one on the money line. Next up, we've got the Chicago Cubs taking on the San Francisco Giants. We've got Matthew Boyd and Justin Verlander as the starters. There's another spot where I can't back Verlander in this game. He's been one of the least profitable pitchers in baseball. Giants have lost a ton of his starts as of late, including 5 straight. And I think that Matthew Boyd, a lefty facing a Giants team that's been dreadful against lefties overall this season and in the last 30 days, doesn't really get better than that. I mean, Boyd's been one of the better pitchers in the National League in 2025. He's been a lot better at Wrigley Field, but I still think that he'll be sharp on the road in a very pitcher-friendly ballpark, and the Cubs should be able to get to Verlander. So give me Chicago on the money line in this one. Next up, we've got the Tigers and the Athletics. We've got Charlie Morton for Detroit, but no official starter right now for the A's. Now, Morton faced these Athletics back on June 7th and struggled in that game. 2 1/3 innings, 4 earned runs, 4 walks to go with it. I like the A's in this one. This is an offense that's been outstanding against both righties and lefties in the month of August. They've got one of the hottest hitters in baseball, really from the All-Star break. Shea Langoliers has just been incredible offensively. At one point recently, I'm not sure if he still does, but a 400 batting average since the All-Star break. And I think that the A's should be able to get to Morton for plenty of runs in this one and win this game. So lean towards the over as well, but we'll see who the official starter is for the A's. But I've talked about how I really like this young rotation. I think the bullpen's underrated. Give the Athletics in this one. And the final game we're going to talk about for the Tuesday card in Major League Baseball, it's the Cincinnati Reds and the Los Angeles Dodgers. We got Nick Martinez and Clayton Kershaw as the starters. A classic Nick Martinez start in that last game against the Angels. Spot where it was a low-scoring game. Martinez was pitching really well, gave up a home run, and the Angels ended up winning that game 2-1. Sometimes it's not even Martinez's fault. He just struggles to get the job done, or the Reds struggle to back him up when he's pitching away from home. And I got to fade him in this spot as well. And Martinez's numbers on the road have been a lot better since the beginning of the season, but still an ERA above 4. And this is a tough matchup against this Dodgers lineup. Clayton Kershaw is pitching pretty well for the Dodgers on the other side. He's had a good amount of quality starts as of late. Was 1 out shy of a quality start in his most recent outing at Coors Field. And the Dodgers have won all 4 of his last 4 games. 3 of those 4 wins were on the run line, and the other one was the 3-2 one-run win over the Padres, which was a huge victory. And the Reds have not been great against lefties this season or in the month of August, so I got to roll with the Dodgers in this one on the run line at Dodger Stadium. And that's it. Those are the games for Tuesday in baseball. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, including that season pass in college football and the NFL, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab at Pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. As always, Romanelli, good luck.